All right. Who do we have here? Uh, Alright, just joining me here to here with the Thursday price section here today. So we have opened with the bullish and bearish mixingness here. Uh, the premium and discount I've drawn from the 8:30 where the news took the liquidity, but not exactly taking this liquidity original consolidation over here. Yeah, and we started to go up, dip back down to discount levels, past this equal low into this buy side uh, efficiency, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency BC, and we have a rejection here right off the M5 change in state of delivery, hit the order block, and continues to go up, and it's not looking very like it wants to go far today. As you can see, it's just snaking around, taking external, like returning to internal here, and heading back to external again. So this is our current draw right here, the current high. My fib levels are from projection up to -2 to 2.5. This is just my personal preference of the sweet spot over here. Okay, we see that price has not have a candle body appearing in this fair value gap and it's continue to seek higher prices. First take out this high, low. I am thinking it will reach a target of around here. The standard deviations by Trader Dexter on Twitter, and after which could show signs of a retracement back into discount area again, which we see. Let's see if there's any interesting arrays available when prices reach this area. I had this in purple because to me, when price is expanding and it hits a level of -2 in my own observation, and it retraces back to this purple zone here. It's called the silver bullet zone, as coined by or mentioned by Trader Dexter on Twitter. Yeah. Okay. So I have set up my dual screen. Is that I have the sort of intermediate time frame on the left side and a lower time frame on the right side. This is where I take my entry, and left hand side is actually where I kind of see the overall bigger trend of where it is. So here we have the 1 hour fair value gap in premium territory that price has already passed through, but now we're just waiting for it to continue to pierce through and eventually reach previous day's high and beyond. But typically, when price reach -4, it's reached some form of an exhaustion, and you would tend to want to retrace and reverse. So we can see that there is a fair value gap here around -4 region. Let me just color code it of a different color. And this region here between the -4 and the -0.5 is this convergence of standard deviation levels. Can that be seen? It's not very obvious. I'll give it an obvious color. We increase the opacity. Okay, so I think that this is where price will reach because there's convergence of the -4 levels and the -2.5 levels. And we can further enlarge the hot zone, which is convergence of standard deviation levels here. -2, -4, -2.5. Yeah, so I think it's gonna reach for this place. But what is it looking right now? If price does not have a candle body past the low of this fabric, I would think it continues to suggest bullishness. And as we can see here, touch the on the block, and it's heading up. What time is it? Okay, we're almost reaching our next hour macro. Let me just draw that up. Get it. So between 10 minutes before and after the hour, ICT coins it as a macro that runs, that drives price to with speed into to liquidity. So liquidity is this fair value gap here in this yellow tinge. So let's see if it's wants to reach for this area during the next macro period. Another 1 minute more. Let's try have a feel of what things is like at the 1 minute. This is what seems like price is still being supported by this 5-minute fair value gap here. Go last minute before the macro, doing a little consolidation around this area, and it drops down. So price moves in cycles of external liquidity to internal liquidity. So we can see from here that the external at 1 minute here was taken, right? And that drives price back down into a region of internal liquidity. Here's that 5-minute fair value gap. It touches, which is also, I believe it was an order block. Was it not? Oh no. So just a fair value gap. Yep. So it touches the fair value gap and then reaches back to from internal liquidity, you would then seek external liquidity. However, in this case, it's not. It's just meandering around. Let's see what does it want to do. Create a balanced price range around this area. looking indecisive. Let's take a look at ES. What do we have? We have 1 hour time frame rejected by the hourly order block and making its way down. See, ES was quite strong. It didn't even take out this high, but then now this looks like there are about 4 equal lows right here waiting to be tapped. Right here we have a 5-minute order block. This market structure shift here, and price in this dealing range. I just want to check if it went back to premium. Yep, it did. This is where the price reached above premium before it started declining again. But I don't really like this candle here because it would be better if we have taken out this low, which suggests a more downward confirmation, but it's not. So I'm thinking whether this will be an order block. So if ES is showing signs of bearishness, that means NQ should follow too. What's NQ's movement? Treating this as an inversion fair value gap, which it then tapped, and yeah, not really sure what it wants, but yeah, I think this will be taken soon. It's just too, it's like a flashing neon in the dark. This could be a turtle soup entry for further longs. Impact, incoming impact. Prices did not touch the order block, but the wick of it, leaving a gap right here. Let's see. Nothing much. I'm looking out for PD arrays, but I don't see much on the higher time frame. 1 hour Hmm. Yeah, so the 1 minute order block, not sure it's holding price or not. This doesn't look very promising. And it's heading back to this fair value gap again, or where my stop was. Because I was looking for an entry like that, thinking that price has been rejected twice at this fair value gap. It should not want to go back up. I mean, go back down. Sorry. Mm. So just looking at yeah, okay, so price is supported at this fair value gap, showing very strong support. I but I would have cut away half of my position already if I'm already in this position here, because I'm not comfortable that it has already breached the order block. Because it's like so close to my presumed stop here, showing signs of hope of a rebound. We are 7 minutes left in the macro. Take a look at ES. Has still not taken the target. So, judging by this logic, if ES like to go lower, naturally NQ should follow lower to a certain degree. So, if my entry was here, I think it wouldn't cut it. 3 consecutive red cloud close candles may suggest an order block formation. But then again, it why would an order block form here in this region though? Doesn't look good. Tap into the fair value gap again. He is still not really keen on taking out these stops. I mean, if not now, then when? Why would you leave something so enticing over here? Can't imagine if someone were to have shorted here trying to target this and just refusing to go down. And that's part of trading actually. Every time you enter a position, you subject it to probability. It may result in a win or lose. It's really kind of 50-50. So don't really think that, or don't really position yourself thinking that you might be right, because you actually may be wrong. And what do you do with each consequence? When it's winning, when you do close the trade out with a win, what do you do about it? Of course, I mean, naturally you feel happy and all that it panned out according to your analysis and your execution. And so what if on the other side of the coin that it didn't pan out? You took a loss, and that should be okay. You must feel okay with taking losses because it's part of and parcel is a everyday normal thing here in trading. What's most important is, did you follow your rules that kept, let me rephrase, did you follow your rules to preserve capital? That's the most important thing. If you execute your trade idea according to what you perceive, according to your plan, then yes. Sorry, let me just adjust this. This OCD is catching up with me. And I would think that's a win if you executed your trade idea according to your plan. And that even resulted in a loss. That's a win because there's nothing for you to feel guilty about because it's a game of probability. You may result in a loss or win. It's just a 50-50 chance. Okay, you might think that everything is lining up against for you to take that win. Yeah, so you could. I think what longevity in trading is, as like what many other people have said before, is to be excellent in your risk management as well as your execution. That means that you're not swayed by emotions. Primarily is really about revenge trade. You take a loss, you're unhappy, you want to get it back, and the more you want to get it back, the more you lose your rationalizing power to analyze and just lose your footing completely, and you start to market order in, market order out, and yeah, you just don't really get that. And that's how people blow their accounts and spiral out of control. But you really gotta treat this as your job. That if you do not perform according to the metrics, which is to preserve the capital, you will lose your job. So how about start to think of it this way if you are really interested in this in the long run. Yeah, let's take a look at ES. Tap the 5-minute order block. Price is really trapped here, huh? See, just refuse to take this liquidity below, and yeah, I don't like this. It's a region of dual probability is neither short nor long. It feels terrible to be in a position in this time. Going back to NQ, we just had a down close candle after some uplifting movements. I believe we see ups here. So taking out the current session high, we will use 1.6 RR return. Hold on. Why is my entry over here? Oh yeah, it is because it's the inversion fair value gap. Sorry, not inversion, just a regular fair value gap. Scary, huh? Looking at this candle going back down. Let's continue to trace the order block back out in time. Touch the order block quite perfectly. No, yep. This could be a propulsion block is repriced back into the order block that I have outlined here. And yes, we do see a bullish reaction in the first 20 seconds of the 1 minute candle. And yeah, you see, like for the first 20 seconds, that looked like a confirmation that this was a propulsion candle. But we don't really know until it wanna, go higher, especially exceed the opening price of this candle, if this is the propulsion candle. Yeah, and that's the end of our macro. Yeah, I will take my leave now. Yeah. Alright, see you guys. I hope you enjoyed this short little time with me. And I just treat this as just personally benefiting myself, getting some more experience. Not pushing any buttons, but just to see how price moves and where it's likely to go to. So my eyes are actually here, the blue zone, where I think it will reach for. My first target might actually be the session's high here. So if I were to take target here, that will be about 2.8 R. Yep. Alright. That's all for me. It's getting late over here in my time. Thank you. See you all again.